Alright, here are my top 10 favorite Salute Your Shorts episode. If you remember that show on Nickelodeon, Salute Your Shorts, Camp on Awana. Camp on Awana, we hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, it makes me wanna fart. I know, it's hope we'll never part. Now get it right or pay the price, or pay the piper, however Ugg says it. Now we will have a fun time on the finest memories by the lake of Anawana, sat in the old pine trees. Camp Anawana, we hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, this thing came apart. My fisher boat came apart. Yeah, I almost remember the lyrics to that opening show. I know I didn't say it correctly, but it's hard to think about that show sometimes. I mean, the song, the lyrics, I'm sorry. Yeah, I used to watch that show all the time on Nickelodeon. Camp Anawana, Bobby Budnick, Donkey Lips, Michael, then his replacement, Penske, Dina, ZZ, Telly, the camp counselor, Ugg, Sponge. I can name the characters. I actually named all the characters, the main characters on the show anyway. So, yeah. Alright, let's begin. Hold on, let me just get my body working. Here we go, my top 10 favorite episodes of Camp Anawana, or Salute Your Shorts. Oh, before I begin again, I forgot to say this. I already did a video of this on my channel, Rowdy Rough Man, a long time ago, a couple years ago. I already did the top 10 favorite episodes list, from 1 to 10, but I wanted to do another one. Just showing you guys my ugly face. Doing another top 10 Salute Your Shorts list on, whatever. Let's just begin. Number 10, Budnick Loves Dina, Part 1. Yeah, Part 1. Hold on. I'm sorry, I had it a little confused. Let's start over. Number 10, Budnick Loves Dina, Part 2. The second part where, Budnick was developing a crush on Dina. Yeah, and the second part where Dina just couldn't be with Budnick because Budnick was not being himself, being, sort of, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you watch the episode, you know what I'm talking about. But that was where Budnick was still crushing on Dina, and I like this episode where I know it's going to be a little hard to explain it in my voice, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. The scene where I think Donkey Lips was filming them on his video camera, and there's this funny element, especially where Ugg gets hit by the baseball or ball. I can't remember what it was, but I know it was a ball. And then Sponge and Donkey Lips, or was it ZZ, was arguing. He hit him. He hit him on the left side or the right, like the left or the right. You gotta watch the episode to know what I'm talking about. But number 9, Budnick Loves Dina, Part 1, the first part. This was kind of funny, where Budnick was fantasizing about Dina in that pageant dress, or you know what I mean if you watch the episodes. And at first ZZ thought Budnick was crushing on her, but he embarrasses her by tossing her aside in the cafeteria, singing her song to Dina. And when Dina found out it was about her, she got mad, and she threw food in his face. And I think that was where Sponge and Donkey Lips ran into Ugg, and they all tripped. I forget who it was, because it's been a while since I've seen the show, but I always remember that episode. Budnick Loves Dina, Part 1. That's a funny part episode. 2-parter. Number 8, The Cinderella Play. Yeah, that was one of my other favorites on my 8 list, where the camp, the camp and the counselors, the Camp Anawana was doing that play. And I always remember the first part of the show where they were talking about they were going to do a play, and the other I'm sorry, hold on. The kids at the camp, they were going to put on a play, and a lot of the kids had different ideas. I always remember Donkey Lips wanted to do the Return of the Jedi play, I think he wanted to play Darth Vader so he could have, you know, the Force. I can always forget what those were called. The lightsabers. I'm sorry. You know how my mind is. Where Donkey Lips wanted to play Darth Vader and have one of the light sabers, and Budnick, I always remember he wanted to do something about babes in bikinis. I forget. Budnick wanted to do that play, but no, they had to do it in the camp's way, the Cinderella play. And the part where Donkey Lips was the big giant mouse and he was trying to rap, and while he was on stage, he got so pissed off. He said, "That's it, I quit," and took his mouse head off. It was so funny. And I like the bond between Sponge and Dina in that episode. If you watched it, you know what I mean. It was a good episode. Number 7, Dina and the Rock Star. That was where this kid who was a famous musical singer, he's trying to hide out and he picks Camp Anawanna. I can't remember the whole plot. It's been a while since I saw the episode, but where the kids all find out they wanted to, wanted him to sing their songs or whatever. I remember like where Budnick, where the kid was trying to relax on the bunk, and Budnick was like, take it easy, I'll play some music, and then Budnick was playing his guitar, so he wanted him to join his band or whatever. I forget, but I always remember that episode. It is a funny episode. Number 6, Sponge Goes to the Movies. That was where Sponge was on that date with that Chinese girl. This was when Pinsky was in that episode, and I always remember Pinsky on the computer telling Sponge you're going on a date, and Sponge was so nervous. And then Budnick and Donkey Lips were trying to embarrass him by filming. I forget what Budnick said, but it was trying to embarrass Sponge on his date with his video camera, and all the other kids went on just check out on Sponge or help him out. And that was when Ugg had that was trying. I remember Ugg was I remember he had a date and the girl didn't show up, and those movie no those movie ushers and that popcorn lady couldn't stand him. The look on that popcorn lady's face. Oh man, that was so hilarious. And when at the end with Budnick, Ugg thought he had seen Budnick, he grabbed the other girl, and the movie ushers throw his butt on the streets. That was so funny. And the end when Sponge was kissing that girl, it was a long kiss. Oh man, that was so funny. Okay, number 6, The Cursed Skull. That was where I think ZZ or Dina, I can't remember. I remember the girls had that skull, and the whole camp didn't like it, especially Ugg, because it said it had a curse on it, and where Ugg was trying to tell him to get rid of it. I think it was Budnick who had the skull. I can't remember, but while Ugg was trying to tell him to get rid of the skull, when he was going out to camp, the door caught his pants or whatever. And that's where the curse of Budnick, the curse of what happened to Ugg begins. Later on, where I think this is the whole girls are fighting in this episode. I can't remember. I could be wrong, but you know how I am. Anyway, that's when ZZ, Dina, and Telly took the skull back to the cave, and it was raining, and they had to stay there the whole night. And Budnick, Michael, Sponge, and Donkey Lips, they were doing some kind of ritual, and I can't say it, but they ended up getting in trouble when they were trying to cut Ugg's nose hairs out or whatever. But it was just a funny episode. I just like that episode. The funny scenes in that episode. Anyway, number 4, Budnick and Michael pretend to get sick. No. Budnick and Michael fake being sick. That was when Ugg was taking the kids on a trip, and they didn't know they were going to the beach. Well, Michael and Budnick didn't know, so they were trying to work together, fake being sick. And when they go to the nurses, they just have a bored time because they don't really get along anyway. Especially like you know how Budnick and Michael are. You know how Budnick is you know how he is. But meanwhile, Ugg and the rest of the kids, the main stars, they go to the beach, and they at first where I think ZZ had that map. They get lost, and Ugg got so upset he threw the map out of the he threw the map on the road, and later on, where Donkey Lips gets locked in that porta potty, and that cop thought Ugg was trying to destroy the porta potty. That cop was there in a couple of scenes, always getting in trouble with Ugg. I mean, Ugg always getting in trouble with the cop. And at the end of the episode, where Michael and Budnick broke the lock on the refrigerator to get the ice cream when they kind of bonded, and at the end, where Ugg had a miserable time on the beach. It was just so, oh man, that was funny. That was a good episode too. Number 3, The Wrath of Khan Jr. Oh no. I'm sorry. Number 3, The Wrath of Khan Jr. I think that was Dr. Khan's, the guy who runs the camp's niece. I think that was his niece. That was his niece, I remember. Had a little bratty girl niece. I mean, his niece was a brat, and she kept pissing off the kids, getting them into trouble, or just making them mad. There was one scene where she tied Sponge to his train set, and all the other kids were trying to get him loose. And I forget her name, but the niece was just making everybody miserable at that camp. But Budnick was trying to bond with her, but and one scene I don't think you see it, but she puts the kick me sign on Budnick's back, and Donkey Lips kicks him in the back. And Budnick said to Donkey Lips, "Why did you do that?" And Donkey Lips said, "That sign told me. That sign said so." And he takes off the sign off his back and says on it. And she, Khan Jr. was just making everybody miserable at the camp, but she stays there anyway. At first Ugg was going to get into trouble, where Dr. Khan tells him to go to his office, and yeah, that was just it. Of course, the niece stays there anyway, and all the other kids at the camp say, "Oh man." Number 2, Capture the Flag. That was when they were at that playing war games, and Donkey Lips was trying to capture the flag, and he's not really good at playing sports because of his weight problem. I just remember Budnick getting hit by those water balloons, because I forget why. I think he wanted to go in the field and he didn't give a damn, and he just gets hit by the water balloons. He gets knocked out for the rest of the episode. At the end, you see him thanking Donkey Lips for capturing the flag, and he gets hit by the water balloons again at the end of the episode. I forget the whole episode because it's been a long time since I've seen this series, but you gotta give me credit for trying to remember this, And number 1, Zeke the Plumber. Everybody knows about this episode. Come on, Zeke the Plumber. The Freddy Krueger of the Custodians. Hope I said that right. Anyway, it was about Budnick telling that ghost story of Zeke the Plumber. And Zeke the Plumber, he's a plumber, a custodian that had his nose bitten off by a vulture in the war, Vietnam or something. And he hits a gas tunnel or a gas light when he lights the match, and he explodes his face. Anyway, later on, Budnick was just trying to be pissing off Tully and Michael. And Michael had that dream about Zeke the Plumber and that his pet hippo, his stuffed hippo, that Zeke said, "Attention, Michael Sucks' son has a stuffed hippo," and I forget, the way how Zeke says it. Let me try to think how he said it. "Attention, kids at the camp. Michael Sucks' son is still a big baby and has a stuffed hippo to sleep with," And when later on Tully has a nightmare about Zeke the Plumber too. She wanted to play professional basketball, and Zeke turned her into a sissy little girl. And Tully was like, "Not that kind of ball," but Zeke said, "You are a sissy little girl." Budnick, that was just Budnick giving them nightmares about Zeke the Plumber. Later on, Budnick was forced to spend the night in the dark woods of the camp, and that's where he saw Zeke the Plumber. Well, the kids were trying to scare him off to piss him off. It didn't work, but when he saw Zeke the Plumber, of course it was but Yeah, Budnick was really scared of spiders. When he had all those spiders on him, that's when he chickened out. And that was a great episode. All of these are my favorite. There was other great episodes of this show, too, but I just couldn't fit them all on the top 10 list. I'm sorry, I'm about to end this video. This video's been gone on too long anyway, but that's it. I'm about to end this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you like my videos, of course. If you don't, but please subscribe to my channel. I just need more subscribers, and follow me on Twitter under my name, Gizmo Burns. Anyway, that's it. I'm out.